Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Photo Lounge Live. And yes,
That was
this is
me.
the new charm for the meeting. As I was saying, hello, welcome to Photo Lounge Live. This is the August image review, and don't be alarmed. Jeff is not here. So hi, everybody. Welcome to. Okay, we got an echo on my
Yeah,
iPad, so we know now for sure that
it's
that
fine.
we are that is working. So as I was saying, welcome to the August image review. Um, so Jeff, as you many of you know, are traveling, so he have put this responsibility up to me and my fellow panelists here, Randall and Terry. So I'm sure we're going to disappoint you, but we do our best for today. And I think I put the link to the show if anybody else want to join in the chat, right? And we do have the usual agenda. So let me go through the agenda. We will talk a little bit here with Randall and Terry about what they have been doing lately, okay, as well as myself. Then we will go straight into the image review once we know that we have uh, uh, sufficient quorum to initiate the review. Um, then we will have a section at the end on news and rumors. Remember, only a week and a half have passing we last got together, right? So some of these will be repetitive. And I actually today, because I was uh, a little bit short of time, I use AI generated list of news and rumors. So it may not fully editorialized by me, but we will go together and find out from there anything that we may want to discuss. Then I have a couple of images to share by Jim, aka Nick, real Nickel Lover. He's our most active AI user, and he can keep experimenting with AI. And then, as usual, we will close the show with upcoming live streams, okay? So that you know what is the calendar that we have ahead of us. I think uh, Mr. David, which is our another of our usual panelists, is not here today. He's camping, so he's in the chat from a remote location, disclosed, in, fully disclosed in his camping ground in Alberta, and we will see some photos from his current outing as well, what he has been seeing around where he's staying there. And Jeff, as again, is traveling. Okay, so we will have him here in a couple of weeks. I'm sure that he's going to bring a lot of images and news from his travel. Right. So with that, let's go to our um, section of what have you been up to. So, Randall, I know you have been mostly dealing with family matters, but give us an update
Uh,
on your camera. I mean, yourself, your family, and your camera endeavors.
I've been trying to do the 28 millimeter on different camera systems.
Okay.
And since I have some family in Nacogdoches, I'll be doing trips back and forth. But it's been delayed this past week where I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been standing my fence, doing some yard work and stuff. But basically, I haven't been doing much camera because of family situations and stuff. But anyway, uh, as usual, I will be putting up more videos coming shortly.
Okay.
And I'm working on the ZF and the Z8 right now with the 28 millimeters.
All right. Well, thank you. Always appreciate your uh, commentaries about all the different lenses and camera systems. What about you, Terry?
Well, not much. The weather doesn't allow us much these days, and I'm running to the doctor for the checkups, the years of that. And the only thing I do about photography is just check my setups on my cameras and play with some old photographs just to re-edit and with a new site. I can see a little bit different, as you know, and yeah,
All right.
checking again my photographs.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nothing more than that.
I know my size. In last we spoke, I mentioned that this is for me hummingbird season. So here in Colorado have been quite hot. So my hummingbird photographies in there have been very early in the morning before breakfast when I, in a couple of places here in my home and also nearby the Denver Botanical Gardens. Right, but to go to the Denver Botanical Gardens, I had to have mostly overcast situation is much better than sunny because they only open until 9 a.m. And by 9 a.m. the sun is too harsh here if there is no cloud cover, right? So it has been hot with a high pressure and very little cloud cover, so it has been mostly here at home. But I have been doing the usual for that species that stay in my area only during migration. The males are only here, the Rufus hummingbirds, males are only here for about 3 weeks. So I've been intense in the morning. I think only today or the last week that I didn't go out in the morning and stay a little bit longer in bed one day in the week. So slacking a little bit today, but I knew today I wanted to stay fresh for you guys tonight. Still had to bring some coffee, so otherwise I will not be making much sense. So anyway, so guys, who do we have in the chat? Since you guys know who do we have in the chat?
Well, we have Roy,
Roy
we have
has, yeah.
Bob, we have Robert, we have David, Chuck, Terry, of course, you, me, and that's about it. And I did say David, right? So we
Yes.
have 11 now, 11 people watching. And
Click the button, guys. Click the click the like.
So anyway, one thing that I was commenting with Terry before we started the show and Randall is we didn't have that many photos this time. Obviously, with the change of Jeff not being around here, correct? I think I have about 55 photos, excluding mine, correct? And I added quite a few at the end, right? Just to make a sizable show. So we will have about 70 images. The images, as usual, they are great quality. Okay, there are some interesting photos from our community here. But I know with the changes, uh, we don't like that much changes, but we have to allow for Jeff to travel, right? So so it was for me to do the duty. So I didn't get that many contributions. Or maybe in the future, if I had to do this again, um, we would remind people, hey, remember you have to send the images to me because I know after the July 26th when Jeff was traveling, he was not able to basically forward any photos to me anymore, right? So because he's busy and also because he may not have complete access to his email or all the computer to do a proper sharing. So anyway, so we
pro-
we still have
Probably we have some photographs on his email when he comes back.
exactly. So we still have some interesting images to discuss. So anyway, any comments, guys, from the chat that were worth talking before we get into the image review?
No questions at the moment.
Okay. Remember to put QQQ, particularly when comment about the photos. Okay? I see most of the people that submit the photos want to hear people. We don't do criticism or don't do nasty criticism, but we do encourage to do appreciation, right, of the photos that are being shared. And obviously, yes, if you have some suggestions, those are always welcome by everybody, correct? But if you have comments, please do put the comments. We will try to bring the comments and the compliments, or not so complimentary commentary of the photos as we go along, correct? And obviously you want to uh, this gentleman and myself here to attend to any question, particularly when we start discussing some of the news and rumors. Um, just make sure that we do QQQ so that it's easily recognizable. And remember, we are always here. This is a lot of the it's a lot of talking. I think Mr. Roy is trying to join. I think nerd. He said, "Hi,
Yeah,
Roy."
he mentioned that he may move his computer and has a problem with the internet.
Okay. Well, he's. I can see the bubble moving a little bit, but I think he still have a. Uh,
He's cooking. It's boiling.
exactly. Anyway, so as I was saying, so we will have please do comment, right? And we will share your comments as the presentation go along. We will do the format. As usual, we will start with Bob. So pretty soon here. So let me quickly now. So he has to. Let me quickly navigate to. I'm sorry. Quickly navigate to the image review portion of this, and then we will start sharing. Okay. All right. So you guys prefer that we do it like this, correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
why not?
that's
Better.
fine.
It looks good. All right. So okay, before we do that, I think we have Roy here. So let's welcome Mr. Roy.
All right, right.
Hi, Roy.
Looking good.
Check.
G'day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your audio check. Your
You too.
so that's okay. You chop the top of your head, but that's fine. So
I'll
Yeah,
fix it.
more,
I'll cover it up.
probably because it doesn't have the hat. That's all.
exactly.
Now better. Now what we know better.
Yeah.
Now we can recognize him.
All right, Roy. So what had you been up to, Roy?
Very little. I have to move all the computer stuff away from the window because I'm getting them all double glazed,
Okay.
ready
Well,
for
that's
summer.
all right. So, and the weather have been good in Australia, or too much rain in your area?
Rain.
Not a lot of wind. Been cold, under 20 degrees most week Celsius,
Okay.
which is cold for here.
Yeah.
There'll be summer though. It's nice and sunny. I've got another. Hang on, I'll show you the other camera. Where am I? I should have two of these. Well, I've only got one. Maybe not.
Well, we do it. We do it later on. If you are you able to stay today, or you have some family business at this moment, Roy?
I hope to stay. It depends on whether they turn up or not.
Okay. As usual, the instructions is you just join. Remember, keep an eye on the chat, engage. As you know, you are very good at that, and let me know if there's anything that need my attention since I have to take care of the presentation. So let's go to the image review, guys. As I said, we didn't have that many people today submitting, but we do our best, correct? So let me go back to the image. So this is officially the image review from August 2026. Let me get here through my notes. And I think the first photos are from Bob, correct? And as usual, oops, again, I need to click on the presentation. We're going to do it differently, so we are doing it in PowerPoint, but it should be okay. So the way it works, when I have some of the available information, you will see is about the species and the uh, specifications of the camera lenses that were used, exit information, it will be on the side, right? So as you can see here, by the way, I love these images that Bob sent us of these beaters. They are wonderful. I love the light, very moody light. Obviously, strong light, but he processes it in such a way that give you a lot of ambience. That, in my opinion, correct? So Bob, fantastic photos of the. We know how difficult it is to see these guys, right? And he managed to get quite a few images of these beaters. So these were taken with the CA and the 180 600 mm lens at 6.3 out to ISO 1 over 1250. Yes, Terry.
It is a steady light or just flash?
Looks like
Does it
flash.
mention that?
It looked like flash, but I think
Yeah,
it's
me too.
natural light. He can tell us here, but I think this is just strong directional light. Probably he was waiting for this beetle to fall into a hole of light in between the reefs, right? And
Yeah,
and
it was just curiosity because it's very nice, very clear, very sharp
very,
image, very nice. I love
and
it.
very well
Just the
processed.
shadow
Yeah,
uh, says that it was like just
Yeah, it's
curiosity.
sunlight.
Yeah,
sunlight, he said.
sunlight,
Yeah, sunlight.
so low.
So you
Okay,
can see he did the same processing for other photos. You can see I like this one better
yeah,
because of the pose, correct? But you can see this is
very
a
nice.
very strong image as well, right? Taking with his favorite lens, the 180 to 600. Okay? And this one is also very nice because it's very dynamic, right? The way he's grabbing all the leaves. So fantastic series of photo.
How
Uh,
big is this bird, guys?
it's a small um, e- small egret, right?
Oh, okay.
Right? So probably about 30 centimeters, no, probably about 40 centimeters
Mm. Mm.
long, right? But it's a small egret. All the bitterns are, they 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 like to hide basically, right?
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
that's very difficult to see them, right? So he also have
Mm.
some close-ups of the common Gallino, right? Uh, Taken here with the C8 and again his favorite combination, the 180 to 600 at 6.3. And you can see he's shooting wide open, and he's looking here at Mama common
Mhm.
Gallino feeding this little one. These little ones are so ugly that are interesting and beautiful, correct? But they are almost look like primitive birds. You can see even on the wings, which are still not developed. He's showing like two fingers, correct, and a little nail at the end of the at the end. They lose that one later on when they're adults, correct. But these little common gallino and the common moorhen, the little ones are so ugly, ugly, but very interesting with tremendous. Uh,
They show their ancestry.
exactly, little dinosaurs.
Yes,
As you can see here, another close up, right?
but
So
they are beautifully ugly.
they are beautifully ugly indeed, but the kind of beauty that only a mother can appreciate. So a very nice series, and the gallinos and the moorhens are very dedicated and the feeding, right? So picking a little bit, showing them their way of what they need to eat. So wonderful photo, Bob, for sure, right?
Very nice. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if Terry familiar. He's just saying in the chat here that it's more like a green heron, but I don't know whether
Mm.
in Australia
Yeah.
they have a green heron. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, sort of. Yeah,
exactly.
but yeah, I understand the size now. Just
Exactly. So,
because I've never, we don't have anything like that
no,
here.
but they're beautiful. And these little guys, now these little guys, they are really, really small. Right? So
Ah,
anyway,
yeah, we
and
have a
actually
similar like that. Yeah.
he finished the image here with a green heron, right?
Mm.
That is also picking, food out of the muck here. And if Jeff will be here, will tell us about all the issue with the management of the ponds, and probably this is a little bit more algae that both Bob and Jeff would like to see. Correct, but there is always something for them to find. So those are, I believe, the images from Bob, who
Wow.
submitted 7 photos. Wonderful photo. My favorite one for sure, Bob, is the this beater. So the next one is you, Mr. Terry,
Oh,
with your wonderful photos of the kingfisher as your first photo. So please do comment.
well, there is from my trip to Botswana, as
Okay.
you know, and it is one of the 5 or 6 kingfishers they have there.
Yeah.
I managed to catch, I think, 3,
Okay.
maybe 4. That was more. It is the more colorful
Yes.
and reminds me our Kookaburra here in Australia.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. I like the light. It's you were, and of
It is
course
about tennis in 10, 11, between 9 and 11.
Wow, that's good. But your
Yeah,
time there was in the winter or in the summer? Southern
it is before the, it's like here, it's a bit before the winter.
Oh,
It
okay,
is
Okay.
fall.
okay, all right. Oh, it looks beautiful. I love kingfishers, right? And
Yeah,
those
me too.
kingfishers there.
Unfortunately, I didn't have any action, just we saw a couple of them just sitting, except one
That's good
case.
because usually kingfishers just take off.
Exactly. Brown hooded kingfisher, Terry, and this
Yeah,
is with a 600 millimeters f 6.3.
yep,
Is that correct? No?
yep, yep.
Okay. So of course you showed before, but this is another wonderful show of the African beater.
Yeah.
Fantastic image. So birds in flies, always challenging, correct?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, they
but
are fast little things.
but these guys are at least these guys are good because they tend to take a perch, correct? So they go from one place, they fly, they catch them, and they go back sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
to the same perch. So beautiful.
And when we catch them, they were. I have other photographs. Probably I'll show you the next time I'll make a presentation about the Botswana.
Yes.
They had their nest on in the land beside the water,
Hmm.
and it's like it is. I'd never have seen something like that before. They have a piece, a part of the bank about 5, 6 meters or so. It is full of holes, and
Exactly.
each hole has a pair.
Beautiful. So your next image, Terry, is the
from
an
from the same
a
from the
tissue.
same spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
from the same spot. They're as you said before that they're running around. They're flying. They go to the branches, go back to the land, and go on and on.
Yeah.
They don't sitting for for long.
Love the one the way obviously the background is a little bit in the shade because it's always
Yeah, yeah,
complicated with exposure because you have the exposure on the bird and then the exposure on the background, and there is always so only so much that you can do with the raw. But
well, yeah,
I like the pose very much there, and again, just for people listening here, love the fact that he's looking into the picture, but he's not centered, looking into the right of the picture, right?
yeah.
So
It is a bit cropped, and
yes,
on a third of the rule of the third is something I don't really follow, but
no,
in
but
some cases I think it is it works.
yes, for this photo because he's looking in one direction, right? It makes it good to have not to be center, or it's another option here. You can do a center, you can do it like this, but you're giving more space in the way it is looking, which is always
Yeah,
desired, correct?
yeah. That's why I move it to the left, giving it a bit more space to our right. Yeah,
So I think
as I said, the rule of the third.
exactly. So I
Yeah.
think we have here Bob
Thanks, Bob.
complimenting you on that one, and also uh,
Thanks,
The
Bob.
one before that. Yeah.
It's very nice looking bird. Yeah,
Yeah.
little, but yeah, it's nice.
yes, and you have the other species, correct? You photograph the little beater as well, right? Which you
Yeah,
saw before. So
they have I think two beaters there,
exactly.
Yeah.
white face and this one.
And here you have another photo of an African fish eagle, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful photo of action, correct? Without pre-capture. So you were able to
no
press the button before it started.
recapture from a boat. I don't think it will work so much.
Exactly. But you managed to capture it uh,
Yeah, it is. Of course, as you can
as a
understand, it is a
amphibian.
multiple exposures, multiple shots. I choose this one. Um, I like the pose.
Yes. And the colors are fantastic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice looking bird.
all these African or all these so-called fish eagles, correct? As you know, they are
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah, you remember I had to. I was calling them sea eagles, which you mentioned that there is a fish eagle, and
exactly.
then of course I find out that you're right
Yeah.
as
Sorry.
usual.
No, sorry. But no, but no, but you also because that's the local name they give it to them, correct? In
Yeah, that's
Botswana.
as I said the other time. It was I heard them call it sea eagle, and
Exactly.
it stuck with me. But
Exactly.
yeah, the proper name is a fish eagle anyway,
But
African fish eagle.
but as with many of these eagles, correct? This particular, I mean, they are in the same ecological niche as our bald eagle here in the United States, correct?
Mm,
They eat a mixture of what they can fish, but also what they can get from other birds, and they are relatively common, but very colorful, beautiful,
it is
imposing
nice.
animal, imposing animal. All right. And I think then you show two mammals here. So
Yeah,
anything you can comment about this black back jackal?
jackal. Yeah, that's as you can see, he had a wound on his
Yeah, I
left
can see it
leg
here.
there. Yeah, we saw them. It's not easy to find them around there, as far the guides told us.
Okay.
It's very difficult. They're hiding it very easy. But this time when we were going, they were just beside on the road,
Oh, wow.
and it was with another one, which the other one was going away. But they were looking for food.
Okay. Did you take this one with your contraction to lower the the
No, this one no. That was on the run going towards the national park, and we weren't expecting it. Just coming in front of us, and the only thing I had to do is just grab the the
and,
camera.
and it was
So
from the jeep, correct?
yeah.
Okay. No, that beautiful, great capture, and the light was very good. Correct.
Yeah,
So
it was just early in the morning, about probably
okay.
6:30, 7:30, something like that. Early,
Yeah. Beautiful image for sure.
soft, nice light. Yeah,
All right. And then the next one is this baboon.
yeah. I want the opinion of the people.
Yeah. So tell
Talk to
us
me,
a
people. Talk to me.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about the photo. And I have because you didn't know what I did with your photo, Terry. So next after this will be side by side the two processes that you did. So you can we
Well,
can we can have that
it
discussion.
is
So obviously this is a
almost,
backlight.
yeah, it is backlight. It is almost untouched.
Okay.
Almost untouched. What I did on this photograph, I just enhanced the light on the around
Okay.
wherever the light was. I just enhanced it a bit with masking on a Lightroom. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, it looks excellent.
Yeah, I like
And,
the. It's almost
and
like a golden color. But now
yeah,
let me show you the next one because Terry wanted to have some opinion. So he did. This is the way the photo was taken,
yeah.
and these are the
Oh
alternatives.
wow.
He did it in black and white.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
as you probably know, I love black and white.
Yes,
Someday I will do only black and white
yes.
before I die.
So you
Uh,
Uh,
wanted to ask the chat which one
yeah,
do
what's
you
the
like?
opinion? What they would prefer? Which one they prefer? The natural color or the black and white?
Is yeah. So guys, give your. So Roy said here that he liked the backlight, the age backlight, right?
Mm.
Which obviously for sure.
Yeah, I was lucky because, as far I understand, it's not easy to catch it like that. Everything has to be together. You have to have the light low and behind the animal, and have to be in the front, and the paws have to be, not just sitting there.
Exactly.
And I was really lucky. Uh, it was probably looking for food or something there.
Okay.
and probably you can see it is a mummy.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
but
were
I actually I think we got a reply from Randall that he liked the natural light. I should to tell you the truth, Terry. I like the natural light in this particular
okay.
caption.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the reason is not because
I stopped. I stopped feeling you like a friend of mine, but anyway,
no, no, let me explain.
not any pressure. Okay.
No. The
Yeah.
reason is obviously both renditions are good photographically, correct? But the color, that golden color of the hair with the backlight, if it were a
Uh,
more boring color, I would say okay, go black and white. But the quality of the color is good.
Mainly, that's the point why I needed to hear people uh, choose
Hey, for sure you have
because
a friend here.
yeah, he knows what will happen if he didn't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Terry. This is fantastic. So
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
next we have Rakesh, and for Rakesh, you can see point. I need to go to my email because he sent me a series of images which I have to read some of the description. Okay, so let me get to the first image from Rakesh, and then I read the description. So this is actually a genre of photography which I do like, right?
Yeah.
That we do not. Um,
Abstract.
yes, and also photographing in areas that is basically abandoned industrial places, correct? The
Mm.
derelict type of places, right? In which Mother Nature has worked on these industrial places and creating tremendous. So it's all about texture, it's about colors, it's about close-ups, right? And you will see here a series of photos from Rakesh on this place. So let me tell you um, what
Nice
he said here.
composition, though.
Yes,
That's very nice composition.
and you can see he have framed them. This is not the
Yeah,
frame that I
yeah.
typically do. This is the way he wants to
Framing is
present.
perfect.
He's the way that he wants to present them in the framing. So he probably had done
Good.
some printing or experimenting how they're going to look when they finally print it. But this is
Yep.
what he said. I had taken several pictures of the Bethlehem steel. It
Mm.
once the second largest steel plant in the U.S. Okay, over he have been taking these photos over the last 7 to 8 years. Okay, so I think
Yep.
he said I thought it would be a good idea to present a series of photos. Um, so he's doing like almost like a mini presentation, although I do it in a narration or some of the experiments that he have been doing. Correct. All the photos were taken with the Nikon D850 and Tamron 100 to 400 combined. Okay, the most recent photos, and he didn't tell us which one is the more recent or the. It doesn't matter, correct? They were taken with
Mm.
the Z7 II and the Z8, right? With one of our favorite lenses, the 24 to 120, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he tells a little bit. Let me scroll here. He gives a little bit of the story of this. Okay, um, this location here traces back to the Socona Iron Company, which from 1857, which was renamed later as the Bethlehem Iron Company, and eh, basically owned by Charles M. Schwab. Some of us here do investment recognize that name in 1904. Okay? Um, it's located in Pennsylvania, in the Lake Valley. Okay? The company was used in the construction of many of the nation largest, most famed structures, among which are the Empire State Building, the Madison Square Garden, the Rockefeller Center, the Waldorf Astoria, all in New York City. Okay, and several of the major bridges also on the East Coast, correct? The George Washington Bridge, the Verrazano Narrow Bridge, and the even the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So major steel producers. So this is kind of the background. Obviously, steel was very important in the Second World War and the First World War. So the Allied forces used a lot of the steel that was produced in this plant. The plant, as you will see here, has fallen into disrepair, and I'm sure it's always fun to go to these places and do the photography. So I think it was interesting. Thank you, Rakesh. You are there.
Nice. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I think we got some comment here. Uh, Rakesh it looks like spot wells, but we will
Mm.
find out if Rakesh shows up or later on if Rakesh when the Rakesh come in. So let me go through some of the photos you will see from this series. So now that you have an idea of what we have. So this is a close up of
Nice.
the rust. Very nice texture, huh?
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
beautiful, strong images. Right? More photos here of the rust.
That's looks
Those make nice prints, okay?
yeah.
And they are very I
They
think
looks like this one looks like it is on a glass.
exactly. Although I think it's the side of a tank.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sorry.
definitely.
Right?
Very nice. I always wanted to try that like that, but I haven't
Yeah.
find the chance.
Oh, this is definitely sorry. You can see more
Oh,
detail here on the rust. Nice texture, correct? With the peeling.
that's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Roy is correct. This will be a great background for the computer. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Presentations, etc., etc. Sorry, it may take me a little bit of time. So you have some
Mm.
more detail, correct? These all these
What
yes,
is that, storage locker or?
I can imagine this one in black and white.
yes, that's true. That's true. Sorry, David, and thank you for letting me know. And he said I'm going too fast. Yes, for sure. So anyway, so nice images. Yeah, I wanted to present this as a portfolio as well, correct? Because it's a so he did some black and white, and you can see here now he's combining some
Yeah.
of the not so much into the detail, but details on the architecture, right, of the plant.
Nice.
I took so here on the some of the details of the pipes and the uh, ladders and fence areas in in there.
Did you mention what kind of factory was this?
It was steel.
Still okay.
You see,
Yeah. Nice.
nice patterns here, correct on the and a
That's
combination.
that's very nice.
Yeah,
That's really the colors are magnificent.
yes, beautiful. I think the presence of the moon
Yeah,
complements the sky, correct? Because otherwise it would be a lot of empty. Uh,
and the position you put it there
exactly.
between the two chimneys is perfect.
Yeah, I think Rory tends to like that one.
I said best yet.
Beautiful, Rakesh. So let me go back here and continue. So some details on the again on the pipes. I hope Rakesh that I'm presenting this in the order that you wanted. I actually tried as
I
much as I could to present them in the order.
I don't think it is a problem. It's
Yeah.
each individual is.
And I didn't want to mess up with his framing, correct? With the mat that he had put around.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
kept
very
the
nice.
mat as he intended. Right? So
Yeah,
sometimes I like to put
that's touch. Very nice touch. Yeah,
sometimes I like to put mat or simulated mat. It gives you a better idea how they're going to look if you print them and
how
put
they
them in
will
the
be
frame.
on a wall. Yeah,
Exactly. Beautiful.
from all these images, only one I'm not
So
showcase.
here I combined two of the photos of some of the
Yeah,
uh, smokestacks, correct, on the plant, both in black and white. I think it's a very good use of black and white for this type of industrial. It makes things to look a little bit harsh, but that's it.
yeah, but that's how it is. Yeah,
Exactly.
nice eye, nice eye, very nice compositions.
And you can see he had gone there several times, correct? This is the kind of location that you go and depending on your degree of motivation, you one day photograph one type of thing, or another time you come with different light conditions. It will be good. These locations are also good for astro, correct, Terry?
Mm. Yeah,
And more detail here, right? I like these two particular, correct? The
mm.
colors, the kind of very. Uh,
You put them together, or Rakesh put them together?
I put it together like that
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah,
because sometimes for us, I know for YouTube, and that's why typically I don't pick vertical photos because you lose a lot more, correct? So I said, let me take some of the verticals and put it together, correct, for the presentation. Since this is part of a series, it makes
yeah.
sense, correct? On the details here. And you can see he has use a variety of format, correct? Some square, some the traditional, you know, 4x3, some vertical,
Yeah,
some horizontal, which is part of the experimentation that goes. Uh,
doesn't need to be 3x2 or
no,
16x9.
exactly,
Whatever got your eye. He's the artist. That's
exactly,
what he likes.
exactly.
Yeah, David was right on that.
Yes. So beautiful images, Rakesh, for sure. Right.
Excellent.
All
Really
right.
nice.
So
Oh, wow.
So anyway, so that's vacation. Thank you for submitting that vacation. It's good to see a cohesive series of photos that could be a particular travel or particular location, correct? That you go and do this type of work. So I commend Rakesh for presenting a kind of something that we don't see that much in this channel, but it kind of hang together, correct? And I'm sure many of us would like to do some of these and have access to location. Indeed, Terry, some of the locations I have seen used as a background or foreground for astrophotography, and they are fantastic. I don't know whether it's uh, accessible at night, right? Uh, but for sure, this is. So I agree with Robert about the excellent image. So congratulations to Rakesh and thank you for sharing that with us.
Yep, that was excellent.
All right. So the next series of photos is from Luis. Okay, as you know, Luis. First, let's acknowledge Luis for his excellent presentation about a week and a half ago. As usual, fantastic say, images and introduction to species that we don't see. I hope it was useful to you, Terry, since you're planning potentially to visit that location at one point. He he's such a good resource to us as a traveler, correct? Because he's such a good traveler. He knows he got to
Yeah.
so many places, and his photos were fantastic. So here we got a variety of animals as usual. Luis is an excellent nature photographer, correct? And but he doesn't do only birds; he do a variety of things, correct? So
Can
this is
you take the comment from Robert out,
yes.
and we can read the.
There you go.
So this is let me move it here to the front of my. So this is
Yeah.
a chalk
Oh,
bormet,
yes, you
which is a type of day moth. That's why it's
like more,
colorful.
yeah.
Daylight moth,
Yeah,
daytime, from Southwest Europe. Okay, and he photographed this in 2014 with a Canon camera, the IXUS 510 HS, which is kind of power shot in the US,
which is,
and
yeah, it is a compact.
it's a compact camera, but beautiful. right? At
Yep.
f 4.5, 1/60 ISO 100, tremendous amount of detail, and I love the. You can see all of, at least on my screen, you can see all the little scales
Yeah.
on the wing, right? So great capture, great eye as usual.
Very nice.
So his next image from Luis is on this fantastic photo of the European mantis in the islands of uh, Rhodes, right? Greece, this is a compatriot of yours, right? And
Yeah,
he
Rhodes, yeah.
took that in 2017. We take it with a D7 7100 with a Nikon 18 to 300 at 300 millimeter f10 1/320 ISO 200 with a minus zero point 0.3 EV. Right? The post make the photo here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that that mantis is just looking straight at him, make it for a very powerful um,
We have Echo,
portrait. I don't know where the echo coming from.
only Randall. He did it.
No, mine was off.
Mine too.
Okay, maybe it's me, but I don't think so. So beautiful image, Luis.
Very
Fantastic.
nice.
All right, and then he had this other excellent
Oh,
picture of a Cleopatra butterfly on a flowers of
on a
red
meeting
clover
point.
in the island of Sardinia, right, Italy, in 2025. C8 with one of his favorite lens, or his all favorite lens, the 500 PF f8 1/200 2500 of a second ISO 320 with a minus 1 EV. So uh, I think I mean the fact that he managed to get two uh,
Together, yeah.
together, both with a nice pose and on this clover, and these clover flowers, you know, they're tiny. The bud of the flower is about once a couple of centimeters at maximum, right? So fantastic photo.
And you can turn this picture 90 degrees like a vertical shot.
That's true. That's
Because of,
true.
yeah, because of the flower.
Exactly. Beautiful image. And
Nice.
I think he submitted one last one here, a couple, two
Of
more.
course,
Of
it
course,
cannot be Louis without a snake, isn't it?
absolutely. He is, and he is so good because I think I tell you, it's not easy. It's an animal that is long
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
doesn't show completely, and the quality of his snake images are fantastic, right? So this is a smooth snake in south of the Netherlands. So uh, in my, finding a snake in the Netherlands is not that easy. I can tell you from the time that I lived there. Maybe where he lived in the area there a little bit more, but I was photographed in June of 2026, right? With a Z8. Uh, it's with a 20
20
millimeter.
millimeters. Wow,
So he's pretty
really?
close to
It's
the thing.
very
Yeah, but it's
close.
the F mount.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the F mount,
exactly. But
20 millimeter. Yeah.
he probably is only like two, three, I don't know, maybe 10 centimeters away from the snake. Eh?
Yeah, it's 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters doesn't matter.
Exactly. But you can see, you can do nature photography with a macro, right? So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you just need to be prepared. So and I like the way he framed it here, right? And I like the fact that this kind of the
And if you have a wide lens, don't be afraid of the snakes. Go
no.
for it.
For sure, there when there is no poisonous snake, correct? If
Yeah,
I were Australia, I would be a little bit more concerned, Terry.
ask them first. Ask them first.
Exactly. But beautiful photo.
Yeah, doesn't surprise us.
And look at this one here.
Ooh.
It's an emerald wasp.
Wow.
It's fantastic capture here. Love the fact that Well, you remember I shared with you that I have been trying to photograph some of the green wasp here at certain time of the year. This is a very good rendition of this species. Right? Uh, Great image. Love the fact that he's covered in pollen in the head. Right? So enjoying what they're supposed to be doing. It's a parasitic wasp,
Nectar.
we say, laying eggs on in the nest of solitary bees and wasps. Correct? Like so, it's a great image, right? Taken with the Nikon C52 plus the Tamron 90 millimeter, okay, FP at f16. Obviously, he tried to get as much depth of
Yeah, of course.
1 over 20, 200 of a second, ISO 200, minus a 3. And in this case, he used flash.
EDT. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. But it looked fantastic because it doesn't look, the flash is not that obvious, right?
yeah. It is nice the texture on the skin, how we can call it, on the
Exactly. So
skeleton.
let me put some of the comments of Luis for so Luis receiving here for the people watching the show. eh? And the, yes, the was is a and so coming here from Roy. Yes, I agree. But he using, ITTL, which typically if I use TTL on the image, I tend to move it, take an image with the TTL, and then change it to manual so that I can control the amount of the amount of flash, right? But he was able to do it very very well here.
Yeah, because you have a nice light behind. You keep it with the flash must be very low. It has a strong light behind.
And we know because he had made a recommendation Luis before. He uses a lot of diffusers of his flash, so that's also
Yeah,
helped
yeah, yeah.
to eliminate some of that kind of flash look. All right, so the next one, so I need to go to my notes here. After Luis will be Anita. Anita is traveling
Now
at
it's
the moment.
in Alaska.
Yes. So I'm sure that we will have some fantastic photo from Anita coming here shortly. She's the cruise. All right. So Anita is showing us here. So let me go to some Anita photos. So this I believe there are a lot from the area where she was camping before traveling. Right? I don't know for sure the location, but I don't. David can maybe able to comment because she knows all the location as well.
Fire on the sky.
Yeah, the sky is fantastic, huh?
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
this is taken with a C62 and need a favorite lens as well, the 24 to 120, okay? F7, ISO 125. I see it's 3/5 of a second and 70 millimeter. Yeah, the sky makes a photo, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Beautiful, Anita. Right capture. So obviously, he's telling us what's going on in that area. So there is a lot of, uh,
Kayak.
yeah. So David is saying that this is the, let me put David's comment here, that this is the area where they camp now. eh? And you will see between David and Anita, there's a lot of other activity, right? So she's photographing what is happening
We
there.
can't see you, David. Where are you?
He's not in the boat for sure.
Ah.
He's taking the picture. No, Anita is. Yeah.
Yeah, beside Anita. He's beside Anita.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. All right, so let me go back here to the presentation.
More.
Obviously, because they cap in that area, they can really take
Early or light or
day afternoon or early morning. I don't know what.
afternoon. Yeah.
This,
Mostly afternoon.
I said they have referred to this in the past that there is a series of what here in North America, both Canada and the US, is called as a badlands, correct? Which is this kind of where these outcrops with very little vegetation, correct? Which are, as you will see, very good for for doing geology and exploring. So nice colors indeed, Roy. So Roy commenting here about the colors. So beautiful. Taking advantage of the fact that they are there and they can visit the place at different times of the day. And again, as I said, these are the Badlands. I presume these are, I'm not for sure, but these probably are upper Cretaceous rocks because they're common in that part uh, of Canada, right? With a lot of fossils, dinosaur. Because David said that
You
was
can say
20
that
minutes
was
before
20
sunset.
minutes before sunset.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is just for you, isn't it, Gustavo?
What?
That's this photograph is for you.
Yeah. This is for me to talk about the geology. Well, you will see David also say one that is. But I love this Badlands. Talk about texture, correct? You can take the
Mm,
outcrop like that, but as we have seen from Anita and David before, when you walk into these erosional features within these Badlands, there is again multitude of textures and patterns that you can photograph. Obviously, in this case, naturally occurring one.
yeah.
So the one is kind of more of a landscape of the area.
As your geologist, that these layers on the side of the
Mhm.
now or previously more
Yeah.
obvious, it is indication of a certain a time. It's I understand it is by the years, but this size of the I don't know if I can express it
No,
properly.
no, the only reason that I attempted the adventure opinion is because I know that in that region of the world, they have a lot of Cretaceous outcrops, right?
Mm.
But it could the type of outcrops that you can these type of badlands can be of different ages, right? It's just that that area,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just there is a lot of
Ooh,
Mesozoic area and particularly Cretaceous. Somebody's doing coffee.
somebody make coffee.
Yes,
Can I have one, please?
exactly. Send it to Australia. So, it's a wonderful place. You will see something from David later on. Thank you, Anita. I think, and remember
Uh,
this one from Anita. David mentioned that they have been these badlands, the areas that are typically um, semi-desert area, actually a high altitude desert, more or less like in Colorado here. And remember,
this
David
is
make a
cactus.
comment that they were waiting there or they were hoping to see some cactus flower, correct?
Yeah, that's
So,
it. Yeah.
so obviously Anita here managed to take a couple of photos of the cactus, which, as David mentioned, they are difficult not because they are not plentiful, but it's because the cactus flowers only open during a short, brief period of time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they are fully exposed over a certain time of the day. They close in, and they only last a couple of days. So you have to be there when they time they bloom. But when they bloom, they are fantastic. In some cases, uh, they can, they have part of that badlands and prairies with a lot of these flowers. And these are big flowers, sometimes with a lot of pollinators and insects. Eh? So beautiful images, Anita. You make some wonderful
Gorgeous.
comment here.
Very nice, very nice.
All right. So the next ones are from Mr. Stewart, I believe. So let's see what Mr. Stewart. So again, he's documenting what is happening around his camping area,
Uh,
and you can see here this is the uh, uh, paleontological dig close by that he actually went and photographed from a long, long distance. Correct.
mhm.
And this is the University of Alberta. He said here they are digging up a dinosaur, right? And and he apologized or mentioned that it looks a little bit blurry because there is a lot of heat haze in the middle of the
Hmm.
night. So you can see here the uh, University of Alberta students probably working on that on that dinosaur. Uh, and he have been talking to them every now and then. Probably they are staying in the same campground, but uh, wonderful. And that's what I say that for sure being a dinosaur dig that it's going to be Mesozoic, and I think it's probably open Cretaceous just by the information that I know about the area. Right? So these were taken with the 180 to 600 millimeter BR with a times two converter. So
Hmm.
at 600, so this is a 1,200 millimeter photo, taking 1 over 2,000 uh, f13, which is the maximal aperture with the converter, at the ISO 1000. Right? So mostly documenting what is going on, what he can snooping around, Mr. David, figuring
Yeah,
figuring out what's going on there.
he's a spy.
Exactly. All right. So David also now chose something from
Oh,
Calgary proper, right? And he said that this is
clock
the clock
tower.
tower from the First Stone School in Calgary, right? So that's
Oh,
why
wow.
he go urban walking, okay? Taken with the C8 and the 24 to 120 at 75, 79 millimeters, 1 over 40, f4.5 ISO 200. Beautiful texture and nice juxtaposition with the
Yeah,
modern buildings in the background.
yeah. Shoot like a but the background is perfect to show exactly the age and the texture of this building. Very nice.
Exactly. All right. So David X image. Actually,
Thank
David,
you.
this is my favorite from the set that you sent, and actually one of the favorite from this image review, right? Because it's such a great photo, right?
It's very nice.
As an image, it's very powerful, correct?
Yeah.
It's and it's in black and white, Terry.
Of course, the good ones.
Yeah. So it's a bicycle rider on the Peace River. So that's in Calgary. You know, the Bow River go through part of Calgary. So they have some of these pedestrian, well, and cyclists. River. So probably David was there, and this guy show up there, uh, just doing a high wheel, right?
Hmm.
While crossing the river, and he was running off to capture this image. Right? He was taken with the C8 on the 24 to 120. That's the versatility of the lens at 29 millimeter. Perfectly framed, David. Perfectly processed at 1 over 40,
Very
F10,
nice.
ISO 160. Very powerful image. Love the image. And the juxtaposition with the texture of the structure of the image behind. So you have sense of place, a lot of action, sufficient blur to indicate the movement.
Yeah. The 140 is perfect in this case. Yeah.
Nicely framed as well, and one of those that you know on the fly you capture, and sometimes you 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 see you can get it right, and they very good photo.
David, you were inside the car or outside of the car? I mean, the head out.
No, no, he's walking. This is a
Oh,
pedestrian. This is a
Oh,
pedestrian. It's a
all right.
pedestrian
Sorry. Yeah, I
bridge.
thought it was on the car and they were coming behind them.
Well,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Nice.
I think it's a pedestrian. He can tell
Yeah,
us, but I think this is a pedestrian. You can see the other people in the back, correct?
yeah, yeah. But I thought he was on the middle of the road. You
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
David,
I
I don't.
think that bridge is only for walking and for
Yeah,
bicycles.
that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
say. I don't know the bridge. I don't know how.
yeah, this is me
Very
make
nice.
saying that, but uh, he can tell us, correct? If he's still able to connect, he can tell us where this is. I believe it's a pedestrian river. So I think he can walk there, and he does regularly to capture some of the image, kind of downtown Calgary from the perspective of the river. Right? And the last image here is a kind of another wide view of the area where he's camping at this moment, uh, looking back at the campground.
Clean up your sensor.
So this is where he was, where he had been camping, right? Taken with the C9, the 180 to 600 VR, and 180, 1 over 8,000 of a second, f6.3, ISO 160. So he's saying here from the prior photo, I was inside the bridge, you can see the far side of the image.
Mm.
But David, is this a pedestrian bridge, correct? If I recall.
Yeah, that probably.
All right. So I believe those are the photos from David. All right. And so
Thanks, Dave.
thank you, David. Very powerful images. So the next series of photos are from our friend Jeff, right? Who is traveling. And Jeff Neville sent us a series of photos. As usual, I put Jeff at the end. And of course, because I'm hosting today, my photos will be the last ones. So let's look at some of the photos of Jeff here capturing some action from um, uh, gray
You
blue hair.
still have the toothpick on the mouth, you see?
Yes, exactly.
Very cool.
Just grab it by the tail.
Yeah.
And the tongue, and the tongue is out as well. Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful image. Nice,
Very nice.
powerful action photo. Right? So fantastic. Love this image. This is actually from Jeff. These cycles. This is one of the more powerful
Yeah.
on this setup that Jeff submitted. In my opinion, you tell me, it's a Halloween dragonfly taken with a C9 and a 600 PF, 1 over 500 seconds as f6.3 ISO 1280. Right. I love the way frame. Correct. Obviously, a lot of details uh, on this one. It's kind of minimalistic here, correct?
Yeah.
And the fact that you have all the leading uh, 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 leaf where he is sitting, where the dragonfly is sitting, getting the image to where the dragonfly is a very good use of the empty space, right? So I love the image. Yeah, for me that was one of my
And
favorite, all the favorite from Jeff uh, set. You tell me. So this is a
my favorite bird. My second favorite bird.
yes a gold bill turn C9 with 800 PF, 1 over 2,000 of a second
Mhm.
at 6.3 ISO 22, 2200. Okay? Beautiful quality of light. Okay?
Yeah,
Robert seems to like the dragonfly photo.
absolutely.
Nice photo here as well. Beautiful image for sure. And of course, I think Jeff.
Jeff without crocodile can be that.
No, that's not going to happen today. And I think he thought he showed
It's a crab,
before.
isn't it?
He gave us yes, but I think he called these like the crab salad, right? Because in order to be able to get this crab, the croc has to basically buy a bunch of
Yeah.
uh, vegetation, right? So it makes it
He
for a
has
very
his
interesting
salad
product.
together.
Exactly. He
Like,
gets
like
his
his salad.
exactly.
Is there an egret in his mouth
No, no,
between the
crab, a
grass?
I
crab.
think it's a crab. It's a crab, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's the best Jeff shot yet. Not of from Jeff, not of Jeff. We haven't seen that one yet. So anyway, fantastic photo here of an alligator. Okay, so let me move to Jeff next photo. So obviously he was traveling with Bob as usual, correct? So he can take his
Family shot.
the family of the common Gallino, right? Here, so they have both of them great time with these guys taking some of the detailed photos. Beautiful, interesting, ugly little birds. But you can see frame here on a 16 by 9 with including the whole family, and difficult here to get almost everybody in good pose, given the fact that there are 6 animals here, and uh, and also most of them chopping off that they all look nice, right? Which is difficult. Yeah, I think Jeff and Leslie making some comment here saying that indeed these Gagino chicks are very, very cool. Definitely cool. Beautiful, only in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. Let me take some water here. So great image. So let me take this one out. Then move to the next image from Jeff. And you can see here a close up of
Oh,
the
wow.
looking at me straight
From
on.
yeah, because he heard your comments about ugliness.
Exactly.
Who ugly?
Exactly. Talking about ugly, so you look at yourself in the mirror. Uh, yeah. So this is a close up of the common guy, taking on the C9 with the again with the I made a typo here with the 180 to 600, a 600 millimeter, 1/500 of a second, 7.1 ISO 5000.
Wow.
And of course, he also took this is a different rendition
Yeah, another beaten. Yeah.
on the list between probably from the same days and roughly same location, but you can see two photo two photographers working together, very distinctive images. Okay? Uh,
Yeah.
the one from Bob that we saw earlier, beautiful. This pose from Jeff that he decided to show to us is beautiful as well. Correct? Very interesting. The fact that this leaf bittern is basically looking for food among these humongous leaf. Right?
Mm.
It makes for a very powerful image. Well, I think that's it from Mr. Jeff, if I recall correctly. No, more of these
No
guys.
more. Okay.
It's a setup, bro, Gustavo, against you.
Exactly, exactly. Love the texture on the on the kind of
Yeah.
floating water,
Yeah.
correct? All the kind of um, algae and aquatic plants. Definitely make for an interesting
Mm.
background. Correct? Yes, exactly.
Very nice.
Beautiful, beautiful. No, I do love to photograph them. So
Yeah.
the, they are so ugly that they are very, very interesting. All right. And here we have one of I think a
It's a
younger
baby one.
a baby
Yeah.
alligator. Okay? Taking again with the 180 to 600 at 380 millimeters. Okay? So they both have been relatively close, 1/600 second F. This one, because it's kind of taking the shade, you can see a lot of a lot of details on the scales, on the texture on the in the head. Beautiful image. Okay?
Very nice as long as the mom is not around.
Exactly, exactly.
That's right. They'll be eaten by their parents. Yeah.
Very cute. All right, and again,
Oh, is that a turtle? Yep. I'll
yes,
be darned.
Yeah.
the last of the
Okay.
turn, and believe it, this guy probably managed to get that turtle. So eventually they move it around. They have sufficient force that eventually will be able to eat, crash the shell of the
Jeez.
turtle and eat it. Okay? So these
Here's
were
the
caught
power
in
of
the
the
action.
pressing.
Very, very, very powerful image, Jeff. Very powerful image. Yeah?
Jeez.
And with the focus on the turtle, which I think is the main story here. Right?
And he can crush the
Yes, they can.
wow.
Again, another salad. So this is turtle salad.
I would have thought that it is a tank. It doesn't afraid anything.
No, but they will walk
Nature
around.
knows better than me.
Yeah. That's my opinion. I didn't see the scene, but I have seen uh, turtles being eaten by alligators. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
more alligators than crocodiles. Correct. The crocodile will not go for this, but the alligator will do. Right. The you know the snout of the alligator is wider, so it's better
Yes.
for
Yeah.
crushing. So even the big crocodiles, they tend to have uh, longer snout, so they are not be able to produce as much uh, force on at the edge of each of his teeth.
Yeah.
But great, powerful image, Jeff, for sure. I love it as well.
That's really
Excellent.
nice.
All right.
Very nice catch.
So the next series of photos, unfortunately for you guys, are mine. Right?
Ah,
So, so,
Hey.
so these are
uh,
all. So these I shared before, correct? Uh, from my recent trip to Iceland. And I'm not going to go too much into the details of this one, but the way I'm processing some of the photos, correct, they are almost from the same car. So this is a small location in Iceland. This is the so-called Snæfellsnes Peninsula, right? Which I stayed there for about 3 days, and there is a lot to explore and photograph, correct? And as I mentioned last time, I wanted to on this my second trip. I was able to do different things, knowing the terrain and bringing different type of lenses, right? And I use this from the thumbnail from the last show, and you can see that terrible weather as I described before, but you know I was able to, high wings, and luckily that made it that there were not that many tourists. So I was able to get a nice composition, very dramatic skies. And you can see there's even a little bit of a rainbow here. Right?
Rainbow. Yeah.
So I make multiple shots different on this one. So I show you one of those. And this is a very famous location in Kyrgyzstan, in that Sleipnes uh, peninsula, right? Which very photogenic. Right? So this is one of those locations, um, Terry, that they have improved the access to,
Mm.
and this is a very very powerful um, uh,
Very nice waterfall, huh?
waterfall with an interesting uh, foreground. I would show some other photo closer,
Yeah.
but I decided to. So I love when these um, the waterfall comes from places where you have these basalt
Yes.
joints.
Basalt, yeah.
Yeah. And these location there is one of those that they have make more accessible nowadays, correct?
Uh-huh.
And it's beautiful. And you have those kind of cotton flowers in the front. So it was very photogenic that day. Was again very windy. Almost nobody was in there, so I was able to photograph, with a lot of freedom, so that you can compose and not being interrupted by people. Right?
Here is a path. This on the left side.
Yes. So
It is
that's
a
the
path.
path that you will eventually get there. And another time when I do the presentation, I will show you some of the close up,
Mm.
which are
That's
also
nice.
very powerful with the actual when you get it very close to the waterfall, all right? And
Yeah.
you can go all the way. I think there is a observation platform somewhere around here on the water.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But they made it very nicely because the path is not a straight path; it curves around, so it allowed for having nice composition. Which I appreciate that at least they took a location and didn't damage it photographically by just making an ugly path into the location. Correct?
And as long as you don't have much of tourists around, that would be nice.
It's nice. But so the next photo is of so
Nice.
so this is called Svordus. North of Foss, right? Also in the Netherlands Peninsula. This is a lighthouse in on the darkness. I actually ended there a couple of times. I went first. It was almost the end of the day. My wife was already spent. So I went quickly, took some photos, and said, "Oh, this location have a lot of problems." So we came the next day. Right. So this is from the. I don't know whether this is the first or the second day. I think this the second day there was still good uh, weather, less dramatic, and you will see the difference in the one. But I love the fact that they have built this uh, broad walk into this area, right? So you
Yeah,
can have all sort of leading lines towards the lighthouse, right?
yeah.
So
It
and the
doesn't
light,
affect the
you can
nature.
see, yeah.
Very nice.
So here you see me uh, in the next one here doing. So these are the two light conditions late in the afternoon with a more dramatic sky and the rendition in vertical, which I'd like to do on that day in the morning when the light was good, but but the sky was not as dramatic. Right? I think both of these work, but you can see what I was
Very
doing.
nice. Yeah.
You can see what I was doing with the foreground, Terry and Randall.
Yeah.
Right? So you can see these are almost impossible to get back photos. Right? That area has some other interesting thing, right? This is this is at the edge of the peninsula, Terry, that you know because you have been in that area. I mean, obviously close to a lighthouse, correct? So
Yeah.
very close to the sea. But one of the interesting things is that from a long time, they don't know exactly when, this,
Oh.
having access to water is very
Yeah.
important, correct? Although there is always a lot of water in Iceland, but having access close to where they launch the boats for fishing is difficult.
Uh-huh.
So they have this well, which is called the Falki, which is actually the basically talking about a falcon, right? They call the falcon. They don't know exactly when it was built, right? Uh,
Oh.
but you can get into that little uh, opening, which is access to
Yeah.
the water. Right? And I think it was quite photogenic. Again, we were lucky enough that there was not that many people, so we have the time um, to explore and look at this place, right? And you can see here, this was taken actually with the uh, 14 to 30 millimeters. So this is the kind of entrance into the well, correct? And those Kubarashi, I didn't get your photos. I was surprised that you didn't get it, but don't worry. We will get it for sure. Or if not, if I can have a look quickly and we should be able to share. Right? I almost sent you an email, Paul, because I was surprised I didn't get anything. I actually have the opportunity to ask Randall because Randall obviously was busy. So the photo on the left is as you approach into the well or the water well. All right. Now that water well has it's supposed to have some myth around, correct? That sometimes the water will be blessed, has some properties, like many of these things, but with one condition: you were not supposed to take any water from the well after sunset, right?
Oh.
So you
Oh,
can.
wow.
Here's
So
a magic.
so there is a lot of story and folklore around that well, right? So the photo on the right, actually, I went inside, and with our cameras, we can get very high ISO. In the case, you can see the ISO is 25,500, and still get sufficient detail, much better detail, correct? Uh, than I could see more in my own eyes, right? But you
Mm.
can see at the end of that tunnel where the water is, right, to be collected. So it was pretty interesting, right?
I would have still a bit of water to see the drop.
Hey, I don't know. So I mentioned last time
Oh,
that one
yeah.
of the highlights of the trip was going into this location. I was able to photograph an Arctic fox. Obviously, this is an Arctic fox with the summer coat, right?
Yeah,
I did not expect it. I was not counting on it, right? But I'm a wildlife photographer, so
that's
it,
that's the best surprise.
I exactly. So I have been. I got a long series of photos. I just show you so few. I'm sure you will see more of these artifacts because this is probably a very rare chance to see an artifact.
Yeah.
So it was very friendly. Probably one that habituated to people, right? And probably an older fox. I saw there was a cub, but then in one of the photos he opened the mouth and I can see his teeth were wore out, although his canines were okay. But you can see here one of the things that I like is that you to get an idea of the tundra as well. Correct. This is all such a latitude that that you can get the tundra. Right. Uh, Obviously, these guys moving around, watching at the people. Nobody in during the 3 times that I was able to see it gave him any food. Right.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
but I was quite happy. So I wanted to share with you, and I'm sure you will see more of the photos. So I have 3 photos of the fox. All right. So this one I framed it, when he was sitting, looking at what was going on. Right. This
Mhm.
first series is just taken with the 600 PF, which is the lens that I grab when something like this happened. So you can see this photo.
Well,
Uh,
I noticed that I'm looking at the fur of the fox.
yes.
Was he shedding before the winter
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, because
Okay.
during
It is
winter
a,
they are
it is a
up.
summer now and setting the white.
Yeah, they are up
Okay.
completely white. In the winter, they are incredibly beautiful, Randall.
Yeah.
So you can see here in the summer they have lost all the white fur, and you only get this kind of brown, which is not the most attractive for an Arctic fox, correct? But still make
But
for a
but it's
nice.
good camouflage.
Exactly. But hey, I didn't count on it. This is a species that I never seen, no photograph, and the fox was cooperating enough that I took photos that I'm pleased with. Right?
I will call Iceland tourists and I'll tell them to charge you extra for that.
Exactly. And of course, it was moving around, so you can see the with these other pose, right? As I was moving around,
Nice, yeah.
and the the animal facing at you, looking in your direction with a nice uh, pose is important, right? This is fully open, so you can see locally with the new camera, it's focusing on the face and in particular in the eyes, right? So those are some of the artifacts. You will see more. All right. So this is another of this lighthouse nearby. This is about probably in the same peninsula, probably about probably 20 kilometers away, right? This is a different style of lighthouse. Here, uh, you can see. I mean, this is just coming from the car park going to the lighthouse and the cliff that you will see next, right? The again, I think this was taken off with the 14 to 30 millimeter, which is a fantastic landscape photo. Unfortunately, the sky were relatively dull, not that interesting, right? But it makes for a interesting photo, right? And I kept managed to get one tourist in the photo that was kind of good. One tourist very good. A multitude is horrible, right?
Yeah.
But these rock walks are very photogenic, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Leading the eye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is some of the cliff in the same area. In that direction, it was blue sky. In this direction, well, this is Iceland weather, correct? It was
Yeah.
like cloudy and dramatic,
Typical.
typical. But all these cliffs, they have they are so dramatic, right? I mean,
Mm,
unfortunately, you don't have photography doesn't capture the power of the sea and the power of the cliff, right? Uh,
yeah.
uh, but you can see there is a lot of these sea arches, right? And in many of the cliffs, there are bird colonies, right? So it's an opportunity to marry, the landscape with the bird photography. Unfortunately,
Mm,
when you are in a short trip like this one, Terry, or I mean, and when it's the first time, you don't know what you're going to find, and I find that sometimes you have to go more than one time to get the photos, right? What type of lens
yeah.
I
Yeah.
need, and so you will see. But I was happy with some of the photos. It tells you the kind of typical cliff uh,
Did
sea
you
landscape of Iceland, right?
did you
So
try a long exposure there?
I'm sorry. I
Did you
I
try
did
a long exposure?
no, I didn't try that much long exposure because
Mm.
unfortunately, a lot of the time, Terry, it was extremely windy.
Ah,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
so
Now,
so
yeah.
I
You said
so
that the other time. Yeah, sorry, I forget.
so
Yeah.
no. But I mean, you can see this will make it a quiet day, even if the sea is. You can see the sea is
Yeah.
not quiet, correct?
Yeah.
The blur in the sea will be fantastic, but then there
Yeah,
will
that's
be
right.
blur in the foreground as well, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that doesn't make it for lines long exposure. Eh?
Yeah.
So I ended doing actually not that many opportunities for long exposure. Okay?
I will forgive you. It's okay.
Well,
Don't worry.
I'm not I'm a wildlife photographer impersonating a landscape photographer
A landscape one. Yeah.
because immediately I see like this.
Like like me, the opposite. I'm a
Exactly.
landscaper.
You see, I will go back to the car and grab
Yeah.
the longer lens. Okay?
To your element.
Exactly. So one of actually that rock that you see there, that
Hmm.
on the right side, right?
Yeah.
Uh, there was a colony or a
Mm.
nesting set of black guillemots and
That's
razor
beautiful.
bills, which I
Yeah.
which I had never photographed before. Okay, so it was nice for me to photograph. So I spent quite a bit of time. Difficult to photograph, not the best images. Okay, but taking something different from the puffins, although I love to photograph the puffin. Okay,
Yeah.
and again, I
And you,
didn't expect to see them. Right?
and you can see the two species on the corner, on the top corner right,
Yes.
isn't it?
So the one, this that is landing is a razor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It looks. You can see the shape of the bill is like a razor, right? Like
Mm.
a razor to cut to shave yourself, correct? That's what they call razor
Yeah.
bill. And
No.
and these one here that look like penguins, right?
Yeah.
These are the guillemot, the black
The
guillemot.
Guillemot. Yeah.
They both have that kind of common pattern for many of these seabirds, which is the black and white, right? Uh, Shade and counter shade, depending on typical for penguins and guillemots and this type of birds, right? So you can see this is another part of the colony. Okay?
Yeah.
Photographing colony is never that easy. Okay, see, if Michael Dries
Oh
will
yeah.
be here, will tell you, you never know because you always want to chop one bird. Sometimes
Yeah.
I like when you can get closer, and I did try here with the 800 millimeter, and it wasn't not that much better, right? The When you get getting closer, then you can isolate certain birds, and it makes it for interesting. But again, it was very difficult to work because the wind was very very strong, correct? So, uh,
Yeah.
but since this is the type of photo, Terry, that's a wildlife photographer. Since I never photographed this species, I don't care that much for the quality because it's the first time that I photographed the species. Right?
Well, yeah. It's more documentary like the first time, but
Exactly.
then you know where what you need after.
So this next series of photos is also from the Sleipner Peninsula. This is that location area that you visit as well, on our Stapi Cliff. Right. So you will see here that that area of the cliff. I tell you, these days the weather was brilliant. We actually walked from Anastapi through the
Mm.
cliff from that city to the Helner, which, as you know, is where the black, not where the black shirt. Helner is another location that get access to this. We were able to do a hike all the way from this place. So you're going to see a series of photos of the cliff as you progress through the hike, right?
Uh-huh.
and and you can see in some cases I frame it in the 60 by 9, not because the regular frame is not okay, but I think for this type of presentation sometimes the 60 by 9 is better, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all
Yep.
right.
But you probably have done part of this cliff, uh, Terry, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
can see there's a lot of these uh, basalt joints
Yeah, the
structure.
basalt sat on the right. Yeah.
Exactly. And for
Plenty
me,
of texture. Yeah.
it creates tremendous texture, right? And as you know, the thing with Iceland is that the contrast of the sea with the greenery with the clouds is almost very difficult to make a bad photo if the weather cooperates, correct?
Yeah. You have to try that.
And you can see that day, even you can see some of the sheltered areas. You can see that
Mhm.
the water was very, very transparent and clean, correct? So you can see some people here on the image, right? So the path snake through the cliff, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful,
Show
beautiful,
the scale. That's good.
and such a nice hike, correct?
Yeah.
uh, Doing the hike with my wife was one of the highlights from the trip, because the weather was good, and also because once you get out of the touristic area and you get into hike, then you really enjoy, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Always.
You really get to see a lot more, right? So this is a kind of that area around the cliff is suddenly interrupted by a lava field, correct? This is
Yeah.
a recent uh, um,
That's
eruption, and this lava field is what is called I in geological and Hawaiian texture, but in Iceland, of course, everything get eventually covered by moss, right?
yeah.
And so it makes the contrast of the rock with the moss. For me, it makes it very nice and very attractive. Maybe
Oh yeah. That's typical Iceland.
it's that typical of Iceland. So this is a lava field that basically comes into the sea from the volcano nearby, in between these two locations. Right?
We have a lot of echo for somebody. Somebody have the microphone on. Who have a ladies on the house?
I think it was Roy.
It's gone now, I guess.
It was Mr. Roy.
Oh, Roy.
No, it's
Okay.
not connected,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. He's
I'm
Yeah.
surrounded.
Yeah.
he's surrounded by the ladies of the Roy family.
You like it, dog?
The BB family. So sorry. So this one again, I taking you along the cliff, correct? But I
Mm.
oops, I'm sorry. I was on this photo.
Yeah.
You can see I like when I can incorporate a little bit of the foreground, particularly when some of these. There's a lot of succulent plants in the cliff as well, correct? You can
Mm.
see one here in the foreground, correct? And you can add some colors. You experiment, correct, and try to get
Yeah.
you try to get some photos. This is the kind of combination landscape nature photography that I like to do, right? Geology, correct?
Hmm.
But it gives you and look at the basalt joints here.
Wow.
The the sea. I like sometimes the sea not to get blurred, because sometimes you get the power of the sea, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Not
everything.
always good to be there.
You probably remember this is actually that kind of stones that are kind of
Mm.
and a tapestry that you probably went through here, correct? And there is this is some of the observation area, but this is how you walk away from the cliff, okay?
And
Into
they have a path up there, Gustavo.
a what?
They have a path uh,
A path.
from the left side. Yeah, you said
There
he
is a
had
path. There is a
yeah,
path
from there
go
down to
here
the platform.
to this platform. That's
Yeah.
mostly where the tourists go, correct? And then this is taking looking back toward Anastapi, right?
Mm.
Because as you know, with this, depending on what area you look, the light will be in front or behind. So I took some
Yeah.
photos walking in one direction, and then did the photos
Mhm.
in the other direction when the light was in a better location, right?
You can make 15 photographs there
Yeah,
from the same position.
exactly. So I love when there is this shallow area
It's clear water,
that you can see all the clear water protected here, of course, the seabirds. Eh? This one is one of my favorites because of all the texture in the lava field, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the sea in here. So anyway, I know it's just a little bit representative, but it gives you more an idea of the hike, correct? And the kind of thing that you will see. And of course, this is now back in Anastapi at the port, right? One of the houses. When you see these, I did take some of your favorite houses with the roof with the turf, the grass. Jeff, so you will see those. I reserve those for the next time when you are online, so I can because I know that
Yeah.
you like these houses in Iceland. But this is a
Yeah.
different
So
location.
nice. Spread around everywhere. You can see one house or two.
Exactly. So this is a different hike. This is called the Sack
Mm.
Hole Crater. I don't know whether this was there. Uh, ah, yeah, we have Mr. Mossman commenting about.
Yeah, and Jeff. And Jeff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are they saying?
Jeff, where is Jeff?
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that deserves a set of applause. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. And congratulations again. So, as I was saying, so this is a new uh, new location for me, also in the Central Peninsula. As you go around the national park area, Terry, you remember, correct? There is this crater, one of those cinder, volcano cinder, and they have created a path that you can climb through a series of steps, a lot of steps to the top to the top of this uh, uh,
Well, I hate it already.
volcano. And you can see here, this is the background where the crater of the
Mm.
volcano is,
Yeah.
correct, where
Yeah.
the path takes you. But then in the background, like in many of the, there is another cinder volcano nearby, correct? They typically come from the main caldera area. There is a series of faults with a lot of volcanoes radiating from the main crater area, right? And that's a pattern that you see where you have this type of volcano in Hawaii and here, right? And but you can see this is basically the inside of one of these volcanoes. Right?
Yeah.
You know, this is the inside.
That
This
crater
is one a crater here of this cinder volcano, and this is how they look from the front. But again, good weather with that, which as you can see, Terry, not the usual weather for Iceland as well.
there. Yeah. Well,
And this is from the volcano in a different direction. Another of these alignment
yeah.
of the cinder volcano. Okay? But I
No.
love the texture, love the sky. This is what the 14 to 30 millimeter. You want to take, if you have good sky, that's the lens to put in your camera, correct? All
Yep.
these wide angles. It makes the sky so fantastic, right? So anyway, guys, I believe this is the next topic. Actually, let's no, let's do it the usual way. We go to that topic later on, which is from Jim
Yeah.
on the AI.
Put all of them from the beginning, just
Exactly. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Thank you
beautiful.
for helping me out. All right. And I think as usual, we got a lot of powerful uh, images here from our community. And don't worry, I know Jeff mentioned that he couldn't send me uh, any photos. Jeff and Leslie, we know your circumstances, and Randall also. Hey, family come first, and commitment and health come before anything else. So don't worry. Please do send your photos. And Kubarasi, I'm going to check on my email when we finish this and see what I can do. Uh, if not, we do it next time. Yeah, because I see some description here. Oh, I can see some of the photos. Okay. I would try to check from my email. So on Kubarasi, but let's go and do the usual recap. Right? So I'm going quickly backwards, and then we go through all the photos and acknowledging all the photographers. Image review. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you very good, very much. Okay. So let's go here. All right. So this is, and let me know if I'm going too quick. Right.
Count to 5.
Beautiful, powerful images from Bob. A lot of nice interaction between these coming gallinos and the chicks. I agree, great light and the green hair. So these are all the images that we got from Bob. Then Mr. Terry here with his very powerful Botswana images, kingfishers, beautiful, and bee eaters, great in fly photos, beautiful pose, nice light. Just starting here with
Houston, we have a lift off.
yes. That has such a good like and Terry on his backlight photos, the two options, and then we have the the little portfolio of images from Rakesh, okay, on this abandoned steel plant in Pennsylvania.
Really nice images for a walk.
Yes. Beautiful. Hi, Greg. Very powerful. Thank you, Jeff.
It's very nice.
Unfortunately, Rakesh, I haven't seen him in the chat. But
I think he was before, but I think he's gone.
okay. Very much appreciate the photos. I think we all enjoy the photo and the nice description that he sent us. And then we got to Luis. Wonderful photos of wildlife. This is such a powerful image. Yeah, I agree with you, Terry. I would be tempted to put this in vertical.
Vertical, eh?
Beautiful, but this fantastic image. And of course, great image of a snake. Him and Jeff uh, are our best snake photographer. And this one is one of my favorites from the time for Luis.
I like this, the texture of the body.
Yes, all these little dots of different light, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know you guys can see it, but you can see every single grain of pollen in the antenna.
Well, yeah, it is visible. Not, I think you see that much better than us. The big picture.
Then we have Anita here, which is traveling and will come with some fantastic photos showing us what's going on in the camping area where Anita and
David said that they were students
oh,
for
okay.
excursion.
So kind of a beautiful late afternoon, almost sunset light.
20 minutes before sunset, he said.
Okay. And of course, one of the subjects for them to photograph some of these cactus flowers. Beautiful. Then the paleontological dig. See, David had to put his orange vest and walk to the student and ask them if he can watch what they are digging. And the clock tower here in downtown Calgary. And
That was his highlight, I think.
I think so. Very powerful image from David. And then, of course, making us all envious about the location where he's camping.
I wonder if this thing on the right was a fisher
Oh,
or just
I see some people in my
on the right side,
okay.
my right.
Here,
Yeah.
now it looks like a pole or something.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, nice picture here. Then we have Jeff here with the great blue heron taking a fish just by the tail, and the very powerful image of the Halloween dragonfly.
Never saw one sitting more than a few seconds.
Yeah, the gold bill tern, probably from the same tern colony that he visited with Mossman and Bob. Then the crab salad on the alligator. Wow, incredible. Then this nice
Family portrait.
family portrait, and this one complaining about my comments,
Yeah.
and of course that big veteran that Bob, Jeff, and Bob have the opportunity to see. And
That's really, or is very small. All these lilies are huge.
I think they're big. More of the baby, and of course baby gallino and baby alligator. And this is from Jeff a group.
Turtle salad. Somebody
Yeah,
mentioned.
that is a very powerful image. Very powerful. Incredible. Thank you, Jeff. And then, of course, my photos, which you don't need to look for long. You're going to get sick of me.
Like really, I like this big waterfall there.
Yeah.
I should have. You should have still a bit of water, man.
Yes. Maybe one time I'm very prepared to do this.
Yeah.
Then on the hike, such a great memory.
That's so nice.
And that's it, guy. So that's what I have.
Good.
So let's move temporarily to this mode before we go to the next subject. All right.
Uh,
So what have we seen, you guys, in the chat? So let's
Just
welcome
Jeff showed up, and Greg and
Jeff
Greg
impersonation
Wilson and
Tim.
Leslie. Yeah. But Jeff took Tim's phone. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
going to make sure that Tim shows up for the wedding.
And congratulations again. Well, for sure, pass our congratulations to Tim. I'm sure that he must be busy. I don't know when the wedding was, but
Well, it's tomorrow.
oh,
And
tomorrow.
then he's supposed to go to the Joshua Tree National Park. And then
Okay,
Monday he's supposed to be flying back
okay.
to
Well,
North Carolina. Yeah.
he's packing a lot of things over the last few hours there. So welcome to Greg Wilson. I think Paul joined us at one point. Let me just check here.
Rakesh just showed up.
Rakesh.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rakesh. We love your photos. Okay, Rakesh.
yeah, it wasn't bad. It's okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
of course, Jeff and Leslie.
Exactly.
Let's see. And of course, Paul Scubarazzi.
Exactly. So this is a comment from Jeff and Mossman, yeah, and Tim. Temecula Valley.
Robert asking if you have received the photographs from Scubarachi.
I did. I have it. I will bring the email, and we see all the Kurasi say that was okay, but we can see those. But it will be in the email form, which I'm hesitant because his photos are always so good that I don't want to show them without giving proper credit to the quality of the photos. So what I will do, Paul, is I will show it on the next general meeting.
Next time. Yeah.
So don't have to wait for an image review, but I would share it as a image sharing, which we always have a segment on the general meeting in about 2 weeks from now. Okay. So thank you, Paul, for submitting some stuff. All right. Anything else, guys? Do you want
Oh,
to
that
talk
was
about?
nice. Really nice today.
Yeah. So I think we have acknowledged everybody that have been showing up here. I believe that Jeff and Leslie already left. Okay, but very, very lovely photos as usual. All right, so we can do this fashion, right? And
This one.
but I want to do this one big. Okay, so let me take the commentary. Oh, how do that again? So let me put this one and take it off. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of preamble on the photo. So as you know, our friend Jim, aka uh, Real Nikon Lover, out of our community is the one that is being experimenting a lot with AI, correct? So the dead photo, I believe this is a fair use of AI for somebody like him. Uh, but you tell me, correct? So this is supposed to be good for a discussion, right? So let me go to that image, okay? And then we talk a little bit about it. So this is a
Yeah.
photo which is one of these Jim AI experiments. Right? As you know, Jim is a retired uh, EMS and firefighter in the Los Angeles area, actually high-ranking official during his career. This is a subject that is um, close, dear to him, although dramatic, right? So this is a photo that he created. The other thing that you need to know about Jim, he is also built scale models, right? So he showed me these photos, and he chose on the next, or I decided to show it that way, is how he made this photo. So you can see here,
That's
he
nice.
has a scale photo of one of these firefighters helicopters. Okay? And you can see here what he used, the C9, the scale models of the helicopter, right? And then, as you can see on the next photo here, how he basically presented that uh, scale model, right? Suspended with some wires that you barely can see, right? Some
Yeah.
filament, right? And then he used that for the image of the helicopter. So he's not using a stock image or some invented image. He uses the image from the scale model, right?
Yeah.
So this is more like a special effects, which is very appropriate because he lives in the Southern California, Los Angeles area. So, it comes natural to him. So you can
I
see,
can say one thing.
yes,
I really, really hate AI, but but
yeah,
that's the main point. My but things like that. This is art. This
exactly,
is
Yeah.
this is creation.
exactly.
He
It's
put
fair,
a lot of effort to make this photograph,
exactly. Or to,
and as long as it says is AI helped, for me, it has all the rights and everything to make this photograph and to expose this photograph everywhere.
exactly,
What I don't like is the people they make this photograph and they never use a model like that, which they've made by themselves. They use the easy stuff from Adobe and everywhere, and they
Yeah.
create something. Oh, look, I was there and make the photograph. No,
yeah.
that's an art, and I really congratulate the guy. It's beautiful.
It's a fair use of AI, correct? This is
Yeah,
fair.
that's yeah. AI, as long as it's used properly, it is another tool for an artist to show something.
Yes, a disclose, correct? A disclose.
Exactly. That's the main point. The
It,
disclosure.
it's a creation, correct? And,
Yeah.
and he combined his, you know,
I edit my
passion.
photographs.
Exactly.
I edit my photographs. Many times the light and the colors you see, they're not what they comes out from the camera straight away. But
Exactly.
that's my view, and I'm giving to somebody to see that. If he likes it, fair enough. If he doesn't like it, it's okay. That's the point. That's the artistry of our hobby.
Exactly. And good that he's experimenting, correct? He's saying,
Yeah, yeah,
where can I take these tools, correct? Tools
yeah,
to express
yeah. Good.
myself, correct? And provide these clothes. You can use this in a magazine, correct? Because it just
Yeah,
basically disclosing what these firefighters are doing, correct? It conveyed a message, a very powerful
yeah.
message.
Exactly. Convey the message. It gives a message.
Exactly.
And you
But
can't be there in front of a helicopter at any time to make the photograph. Actually, did something is not easy to be done anyway.
exactly. And
So
then you can
that's
see
that's that's beautiful. That's triple A. That's it. Simple as that.
yeah, and you can see here the next step, correct? When he see the when he when
Yeah,
the he
prepare everything, background, everything. Yes.
exactly. So and then of course they are creations. One little comment for Jim when Jim says this, and I think I mentioned that in my reply to him. Love how AI have created motion uh,
The propellers.
the propeller,
Yeah, that's
but
that's
he
that's
did it,
fair enough.
and he's there. is not as obvious in the back propeller. I would like the back
But
propeller to be
don't
more.
forget, many times we can see depending the frequency of the
Exactly.
movement. We can
Exactly.
see the blades many times clear as they never move.
Exactly. Exactly.
Particularly on a helicopter, it doesn't really.
And I tell you, when Jim sent me this photo, I told him, "Hey, I'm going to share this in 1 hour discussion because these are good for a lot of discussion, correct? As a photographer,
Yeah,
what tools
yeah,
is available. So I like the fact that Jim is experimenting, that he's
yeah. That's
using.
artistry. That's art. That's perfect. In any case, under any angle, you see that it is art. It's beautiful.
So anyway, so that's what we have. So the next thing that I have is discussion of the news. What time is it now? 9 o'clock. So I think we can still do
Yes.
some discussion of the news and rumors. Talking about AI, because I was running out of time, I created a list out of AI, right? So
Mhm.
we're
You were
going to see
jealous.
we're going to see whether AI is good to create summaries and stuff like that, correct? So if you see anything there in the topics that you want to talk, correct? Let's use that as a prompter for us to have our regular discussion, and I will finish up later on with your comment. Okay, but we can go and have as well as if anybody in the chat wants to have a special conversation discussion, please do let me know. Right, and then we can try to go through that. But I'm going to quickly go through the slide presentation back to the front here. So another chance for you guys to quickly see the photos from the review. And because I have it unfortunately at the front, and we can talk about. Okay, so the way I put this uh, Nikon news. So according to AI, over the last 2 weeks, that was my prompt, right? Is what is happening over the last in the political news, Nikon rumors, and camera news and rumors, right? So that's what we have. So this is what this agent, in this case, is Copilot for Microsoft, has created, right? So it says July 31st, Nikon Group donated million. Not that important. I mean, it's news, but not, I mean, it's important, but not relevant. What is relevant here is obviously there was a big earthquake in Japan, in southern coast
Yeah.
of Japan. Tremendous amount of surprising amount of damage, mostly linked to the to a fire, but important as well as obviously the loss of life, and the fact that
That's
it
amazing.
was such a powerful earthquake is that every time there is these big earthquakes in Japan, there is an impact on the camera business, right? Because there is disruption, at least temporary disruption to the supply chains and the access of of course of the people. Okay? So that's important, but obviously Deacon being a corporate citizen is made some donations to the local Red Cross. So the next one here, Lido Booster, 1,000 alignment stations announced about 35% better measurement accuracy and 10% productivity. Uh, Is this is a Lido Booster is a semiconductor
Yep.
manufacturer, right? So basically, here showing the progression. Now, how this is linked to Deacon, I don't have an idea. Then on the retail, on the category retail, Photo Earhart, and that's actually one point, right? Um, AI cannot replace everything because you can see I have no background to do this. If I would have done this yesterday, which I didn't, sorry guys, I would have then investigated what is the background of this news that is good for commenting here, but I was running out of time, right?
Yes, all right.
So sloppiness on my side.
Goody.
So retail Photo Earhart opens the XXL we can sales in Germany. I think most of the other things here are about uh, issues related to sales. Okay, so you can see here market
Oh,
coverage.
Mhm.
Uh, they talking about rebates uh, in Japan and basically U.S. rebates, which I think Rakesh will remind us of there's apparently a lot of rebates available on the C system, but also on the traditional DSLRs, the 850, the 750, and they say that they reported that the C8 is $800 off. Okay,
yeah.
and even there is a rebate on the planner, which as far as I know, there hasn't been any rebate on the planner so far. Right. So if you're interested on the C8 and the planner, maybe it's a good opportunity. Right. Then of course a bunch of promotions also on Europe. Okay, particularly Nikon Germany. Okay, which is basically discounting the C8 with the 24 to 120. So not much to comment about here, right, on the news.
Yeah.
And we know there hasn't been that many news so far. On the rumor side, I think these are some of these we have covered before, so we can go through this relatively quickly. Uh, Basically, they are talking about the good thing about what AI did on this case is what it tells you something about the timing based on the rumor and the confidence, right? Which is good, right? So I say, for instance, on this first item, which is the high end APS-C body, right? Which is basically a C-30 replacement, although there hasn't been the camera hasn't been named. It says that maybe something that will come in September, and the rumor seems to be strong, right? It will be kind of a flagship for the DX system, and it will incorporate some of the uh, red tech that is in the CR. So therefore, they're calling it the mini CR. So that's a good rumor. I was not aware of that particular rumor. Then the next rumor is a full frame body no viewfinder. This we heard before, correct? That is a uh, kind of C52 CR mixture, right? That is considered potential announcement October December 2026, and the confidence is moderate. Okay? So then it talks about uh, I think this is the compact fixed lens um, uh, camera that is also being rumored. Uh, that what is it? The style of the camera is a rangefinder type of camera, correct? That certainly Mr. Bixby will go quickly to buy that when it comes along with a fixed lens. I thought this rumor was a little bit stronger, but you can see it categorized as weak and is due potentially on this rumor on March 2027, although it seems to be unclear. Then, of course, talking about C92, we know that have been highly rumored, okay, with a lot of nothing new here, with heavy red integration, again, slipping into 2027. Okay? They consider that strong. Then, again, rumors about C93, which I don't believe. Right? Nothing exciting here. The same 45 megapixel, according with this rumor, sensor. Okay? No increase in megapixel. Uh, and they say that this is also weak. Then this one we heard before and discussed before. There are two register bodies. Huh? This N2324 and this N2527. Uh, So those are registered cameras. These are supposed to be coming relatively once you get registered. They're supposed to be coming. What they don't know is what this corresponds. But according with this rumor, is that C32, right? That kind of DX flagship, and the other one, which I haven't seen the rumor, is that CFC. two. Right? Then they talk about series of lenses here, wide angle and blogging lenses. I think we have heard about those. The 14 to 24 and 14 millimeter. Um, Obviously, a kind of and a 16 to 35, which they consider to be a blogger type of uh, lens. Okay? No rumor on the time of announcement. Then we are waiting for the obviously the 120 to 300. Surprise that lens is not available. And then of course the last one here is all that
85 millimeter.
85 part of the family of already already teased cinema camera. So according to this, it will be an 85, a 35, and a 50, all f1 for part of the cinema lenses. Again, a surprise that it hasn't been announced. Something must be going on with the supply chain. So, any comment on these rumors, guys? I mean, it's not
Yeah,
a bad list from AI.
yeah. Can I make a comment?
Yes, of course.
It is a bunch of how call it clickbait. Nothing more than that. Nothing less than
Yeah,
that.
exactly. No
Well,
proof.
there are
Yeah.
rumors, correct?
Yeah.
Come on, they're clickbaits.
Yeah, but we know that.
If I open a channel, start talking and saying things. Oh yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, but the register.
I really don't like rumors.
Yeah, no, I know, but the register cameras are registered, right? The 100 and 300
doesn't mean anything that Gustavo, because a company
could
can
be,
register a camera and never produce
yeah,
it.
that is true. But typically they go to the trouble and expense of registering the camera when they have something in the pipeline. And the other ones, as I said, those are rumors or things that we knew, right? The 120 to 300 have been teased, and the cinema glass that also have been teased. Right? But anyway, it's AI, right? I didn't spend too much time building it. It's an opportunity for us to talk about what's coming up.
Hey, I read what there is on the internet anyway. Well,
Exactly. In reality, very little news from Nikon.
yeah.
We know they have been surprisingly quiet. Right? Now, on other camera systems, right? So this is what the eye produce, right? So, so one of the things that have been discussed, and Terry, you mentioned it when we were getting it, is that uh, acquisition of Tamron by Sony. Right? I don't know if you want to say anything about it. I know that Matt have a
Yeah, make whole big.
they made some comments. I think it was valid. That is important to discuss it, but again, it's outside our control. We don't know what the implications are going to be. It's all in the speculation.
The truth is that we don't know each company how it works, and
Exactly.
we have no idea, the slightest idea, why they make a proposition like that. It's not necessarily because they need a secret from the Tamron or they wanted to stop the production of Nikon.
Exactly.
All this is blah blah. A company which gives 1.2 billion dollars to buy a
To
camera
talk.
justify for me why they will stop a production line which make money for this company. They will buy the Tamron to stop the produce for lenses for Nikon. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
No,
They're so stupid.
yeah, and we don't know what their motivation.
We don't know. That's another clickbait, something to create blah blah, to talk.
But it's still news. Correct? I mean, the fact that they are
Yeah,
going
well,
to.
it
We
is
don't know the
true news.
implications.
It's not fake. They are true.
The speculations.
They make this proposition. We see that from a different sources, and it has been published. It's not fake. But the crazy things for me is all our opinions for all of us, the experts of big companies, because we have 3-4 companies each of us, and we know how they're working. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, but as I said, there is not so much that is happening. Correct. Any other comments you want to make about this list that we have here in front of us? I know there have been a lot of discussion about a Tamron lens. By the way, that
Yeah, I like this 20, the 1220.
yeah,
It comes up, would be nice.
exactly. And of course, Sony, as usual, is doing a lot of announcements on lenses
Yeah.
and new cameras. All right, so that's what I have on the news and rumors. I say they have been quiet. Sorry, I'm not as good as Jeff at discussing some of the rumors and news, but this is what I could do here in a short notice. All right, so let's go to the upcomings. You see what we have in the pipeline, an opportunity for us to get more people uh, to participate in the future, and opportunity here to go through all the images quickly. Sorry, guys. Uh, all right. So this is what we have. Okay? So what is so this is what we have in calendar. So our general meeting 19, it will have a special presentation on light painting on part of the astrophotography series. That will be 2 weeks from now. Um, that will be by Robert Rosato on Saturday, August 15th. We have seen the presentation already.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. It's fantastic with a lot of demos and demystification of how to do this effectively. Right? Um, so that's firm with one caveat. He will need to confirm, and Jeff and I will let you know because there could be a potential disruption. I don't know if Robert is in the chat and can confirm whether how's he progressing with his calendar, but I'm sure he will let us know. Uh, so this is pending. It doesn't interfere with a traveling schedule that he has. So our next image review, it will be September 5th. Remember, this will be Jeff hosting the image review. Therefore, you need to send the photo back to Jeff. So let's make sure they don't go. If you happen to send it to me, I will forward to him, but we will go back to normality, guys. Okay. So, so this is the teaser for the light painting presentation from Robert, right? And he actually used this photo or a similar photo to this to go through all the different tools that that he uses and how he combined the images to create this very powerful image. My wife Robert love it. It's a fantastic, right? And he go through all the details on how he light painted the cabin, how he illuminated the cabin from the inside, how he combined the photos so that you could have good exposure and different type of dealing with the sky. So he will do great demo. Actually, when he presented it to us, it's almost tempting to try to do what he had all year because he played it so well. So fantastic. Don't miss it, as Terry was saying. So what did we have in the pipeline? So obviously, I'm still encouraging Terry to put something on Chovy, correct? Which I promise I will work with him, but he will let us know. So it's to be determined. I know Scuarasi has something in the pipeline. I will probably exchange some emails with Paul to see when he wants to present. Maybe if it's one presentation, we can combine with another presentation. And of course, I got a lot of photos from Iceland beyond what you have seen here from one single location that I will be able to combine with some maps and trips and places to go and part of the experience of travel portion of this, which I can make a presentation now that I started working or I have been working with some of my slides. You can see uh, Iceland is almost a to-do a place for any kind of landscape photographer. So that's what we have. Again, a reminder for the September image review. Again, remember it will be hosted by the same channel that we're using here, the YouTube channel, but it will be on Saturday, September 5th, and the photos will go to Jeff at selectedimagery1 at gmail.com. Again, the format, we have opened that very much, but the 20, I would say the minimum should be 2048 pixels, and the low end slightly larger or larger should be okay. Please send your information as early as possible so that he can put this together. Obviously, he used something different that I do. You let him know whether you like the way I do it or whether he like it, depending on how much you want to annoy me or annoy Jeff. So please include settings and a brief description of your photos. But we love working with you guys. It's a pleasure to put this presentation together. It gives us, Jeff and I, a privilege because we can see a high quality version of the images that we share with you guys. So that's actually what I have. So I can close the presentation officially and go to this fashion here. And we can talk a little bit more if we wanted to, or if anybody has anything else to share. Again, I will show some of Robert. I think Robert is telling on here.
Yeah, read his comment. It's the last one.
Exactly.
I should be able to present on the 15th. Travel won't be interfering at this
Okay,
point.
very good, very good. So we will probably connect in one of the astrophotography session before, just to check with you how's it going. But the presentation is ready, and obviously, yes, we're looking forward to seeing that. So Jeff is saying what here?
1 a.m. Then
One
just
hour.
send the photos in
You
early.
start waiting again. You start waiting again. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question from Mr. Mossman is, where he going for honeymoon? Is it a photographic location? No honeymoon? He had to explain himself next time. But again, Tim, very much congratulations. We had to celebrate all these life events here as a community. Fantastic. Thank you. We love it. Let's you see?
Yeah, you see the apple?
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he sent us photos. Like I don't see anything from him, but yeah, maybe now that he's a married man, he has a chance to do photography again. So what else? Do we have any other comments? Any other things here? What else are people saying? And Greg, you promised the other day that you're going to be joining in one of these panels. So now that you're retired, we're looking forward to have Greg Wilson, which is in California, is also a great photographer, contributing here to the panel. And we always like to see the faces of everybody here, right? So
Craig, you have to see the program from the beginning.
Exactly. Now the day that he joined, he had to join from the beginning. He cannot come. Hey, Joe. Yeah, so Jeff, indeed, we have to send our best wishes to Jeff, because as soon as he come back, he going into the surgery table, which is never good, never pleasant. But no, he will have a long recuperation process. Yes. Thank you.
It was nice, isn't it?
Yeah, not a good replacement for you, Jeff, but Hey, we have to do what we have to do.
Hey, stop it. Don't make him his head take air.
Exactly.
Keep him on control.
Yes.
They start twitching already before even starting come back.
Exactly. Well, because we need the help. Otherwise, it's more work for me. And what is that, Mr. Greg Wilson saying? Ah, we can always help you, Greg. You don't need a computer. You can do it with the iPad. You can do it with the phone. And actually, the system that Jeff uses for us, this Restream, we know here about the community. Um, we know in the community here how to use it. That everybody here can tell you is very easy, right? We know how to help.
Yeah, at least an internet connection is nothing more.
Exactly. And I make a say you can do it with the phone, right?
Yeah, tablet, phone, laptop. All of them have the camera. But anyway, I bought a camera 25 or 30 bucks, something like that, well, from
Exactly.
Amazon. It works fine.
So anyway, you see, he didn't comment where he's going to honeymoon. He's staying in
Of course not.
California.
Of course not.
He
What do
doesn't
you
want
expect?
us to spoil. I wish you well and wish you congratulations, as we say here, and I'm sure that he will come with some great experiences and imaging uh, and, and building a new family, correct? And should enjoy his daughters uh, the, in the celebration as well, joining in the celebration as well. So it's good. Those changes. I cannot understand life without you know having family around. So what else, guys? Otherwise, we can call it a little bit early because I I am I'm a little bit less verbose than Mr. Jeff, and I can go to the fastest. I hope and I pray that you will have enough chance to see the photos, right?
It was all right. Just no, and we had a conversation easier than other times about the images.
Exactly.
Mr. Jeff, take a note. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, I think we can call it a quit. Please do uh, share this link. We always
Hey,
have
like.
more people that make a like, and hopefully we will see you in about a week. So bye bye, and I'm going to end the live stream. See you guys. See you in 2
See
weeks.
us. Thanks.